Hey, Ronnie Dale, fourwheelingwesternaustralia.com, and welcome to a special episode of Modified. I'm not going to wait, we're just going to get him in. Come on, Wayne. How you going, Wayne?
How's it going, man? Good to see you again. Finally here.
Finally here. Finally, we have a Modified with Wayne, aka Mountain Goat, Mountain Devil.
One of those will do.
One of those will do. All right. So, do you want to tell the audience make and model and all that stuff? Most people know it, but...
Yeah, so this is the Cruiser, 2012 model, VDJ 79, 4.5 V8. You guys know the thing?
That's it. That's the one. 5-speed manual.
Yeah.
Solid diffs, front and rear.
Yeah, diff locks, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, factory diff locks.
Yeah.
All right, so what is this vehicle set up for?
Well, it used to be just pretty much a work truck, but then I met Ronnie and then kind of turned into a bit of a tourer.
So it's my fault.
No, it's been great. It's been really cool.
Well, it was a bit of a toy for a while too, wasn't it?
Yeah, just around with the flat tray for a little while. But now, yeah, it's definitely set up more for touring and exploring Australia.
Maybe explain to our audience why it's taking so long to get your car modified.
There's been a few modifications, and we try something and it doesn't quite work. So, get the grinder out, cut and weld, and bloody change a few things. As you do.
All right. I think we don't waste any more time.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into it.
Righto.
Bar work.
Right, we've got the ARB winch bar. Pretty much went straight in the vehicle as it left the Toyota showroom.
What's Toyota?
Toyota, sorry.
Always get it on that one.
Living in Australia, I think it's the first thing I should go on, like the amount of roos and livestock on the road.
Yeah, how many have you hit?
Probably close to 10, maybe more. I've not quite lost count, but it's getting there.
It's getting there. Yeah.
It sounds bad, but it's got to have it.
Yeah, I reckon. A lot of those roos are quite small, but you would have done damage to your car.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So just for overseas viewers, like bull bars in this country really matter. The winch in here that packed up yesterday.
Yeah, just the controller I had was not playing the game. Right, so I'm running with the 12,000 pound Roo Systems winch. Had it for probably just over 4 years now. It's done quite a few pulls, and for the price I paid, I think it's definitely served well. It's one of those things, pay for what you get.
These are the old style ARB bars for the 70.
Yeah.
And I remember in mine, I couldn't fit a bigger winch than 900.
Yeah, I think it's the Warn.
9,500?
Yeah.
But you could fit a 12,000.
Yeah. Same with
Cool.
Grande and what's this other brands? You can fit the 12,000.
Oh, they fit in here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okie dokie. And you're running Dyneema rope, of course?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Any bash plates under there?
No.
What about your radiator?
No,
Nothing?
nothing. No.
Okay.
Which is probably a next thing I should really do.
Yeah, been lucky so far, right?
Yeah, I reckon.
Some of the stuff you've gone up and down. And you do have, what recovery points are these?
Oh, these are the Superior Engineering.
Oh, they're Superior ones?
Yeah. It's good they come with two, because a lot of companies I think only send one. So these guys actually send two, and they actually do bolt straight in. There's no drilling or anything, so.
I actually knew you had these.
Really?
Well, I thought you had because they're red, I thought you...
Yeah, it's because I never get snatched out.
Yeah. Brush rails, side steps. What side steps are these?
These are ones I made at home. Because I didn't like that a lot of them stop short from the back wheel. Because some of the rock driving that we do, I find, the chances of it happening are very rare, but if a rock does get jammed between your side step and your tyre, then you're kind of stuck there.
It has happened to Torben with the shorter step.
Yeah. So by this way, you can actually slide along the rock, back wheel picks it up, and you can keep driving.
And you're protecting your water tank too here.
Yeah, so that's another little bonus that came up afterwards.
Roof rack time on the front here.
Yeah.
What's that?
So this is a custom-made Tracklander roof rack.
Custom made?
Yeah, I got them to make it a little bit bigger because at the time I was thinking about maybe if I ever need to chuck my spare wheel up there, it would fit.
Oh, so you got it made big enough for a spare 35?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but as you can see, it's the spare will not be going up there.
Serving another purpose now. Yeah. So we got 4 max tracks up here,
Yeah.
which have been used a lot.
Yeah. Solar panel.
Not necessarily in your car, but your car as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Solar panel.
Yep. Solar panel.
Shovel.
Takes a shovel. Takes a light bar. Mount the side lights.
Side lights.
Serves a lot of purpose.
So as you can see, there's heaps more stuff on the back. We've got a high lift jack, we've got a frame, we've got an alu cab tent there, alu cab tent.
Yeah.
So we'll get to all that when we get to the back of the vehicle. But for now, lights and comms.
Yeah.
Let's start with your comms.
Comms. Right, we've got the GME 3100 6dB two-way.
We'll look at the handheld when we get in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there is a bit of an issue I have with your handheld. We'll talk about it when we get in there. Distance-wise.
Yeah, it's good for distance. Not too good for going over dunes and if you've got a real hilly terrain. Because like even yesterday, you went over quite a big dune and you kind of disappeared for a while. So
Okay.
it's definitely a little tip there is knowing what terrain you're going to be doing or running two ways.
Yeah, two ways, or bring a different antenna.
Yeah.
So, because this can unscrew,
Yeah.
you can put a shorter one on, which will cast more of a ball signal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's good advice. Lights then.
Yeah, I got the livid 80 watt spots.
So 160 in total.
Yeah, 160, yeah.
And these are spots, are they?
Yeah,
Even though they're LEDs.
yeah, but they do give a lot of spread too, which is pretty cool. Like, you know, the last ones I had were just straight down the middle, but these actually give you a bit more side as well, so which is really cool.
What kind
Handy.
of distance are we talking here? Roughly?
Visual, probably a good 400 to 500.
400 to 500 k's.
Yeah,
I mean
that,
meters.
I mean, they do shine. You know, it picks up the reflectors like a kilometre away, but you know, your vision at night, you're still, you know, probably 400 or 500 meters, I reckon.
On the roof.
Yeah, we've got the 40-inch livid light bar. So we've got the spreads on the side, spots in the middle. I find on the road, don't need them. Like these give off plenty of light. But in the bush, like if you've got a big rocky step hill, that's definitely the go. So you can see where you're going.
Or type bush tracks, slow driving.
And definitely even when you're looking for camp in the dark.
Does it distract you at night at high speed, or it's just not needed?
No, just not needed. And there's no reflection off the bonnet like a lot of people seem to have. There's a bit of reflection on the two-way, on the aerial here. But apart from that,
That's
pretty
it.
good.
And you got 2 side lights, which are for camping and searching,
Yep, little switch on the side there. Definitely handy.
and 2 on the back.
Yep. That's for mainly cooking and reversing up.
Where do you switch those from?
Pretty much just underneath it, same spot.
Let's talk about tyres first.
Alright, so we got the Goodyear Kevlars, 315 75 16s. They've been pretty good.
You've gone through, how many sets have you had so far of these? You had the BFG KM2s first.
Yeah. And then went on to these, and then I staked 2, which is, you'll see in the videos.
Yeah, but after a long time, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But you staked 2 within a week.
Yeah, no, it's just, it's just unlucky, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you got insurance on tyres, believe it or not.
Yeah, they're really good. You can, so you pay for what you've used, which is pretty cool.
That's really interesting, eh?
Yeah,
All
but
right.
they are pretty pricey. They've done about probably 30,000 now.
So while we're on it, because a lot of people like to hear about tyre reviews and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So KM2s, how do you rate those?
They were pretty good. I got nearly 90,000 out of those,
Wow.
running mainly 36 to 38 PSI every day.
Okay. not
But
bad.
my vehicle's a lot lighter than probably like your car.
Yeah, let's not talk about weight here. Let's talk about your car, not mine. If you go for another set after these, what would you go? These again? Or do you go KM2s or something different?
No, I'd go these again.
These again?
Yeah.
Okay. These are more grip?
Yeah, in the mud they definitely come into their own.
The rims that they're on, this is a 16 by 10.
Yep, Neg 40, King Steel rims.
Very wide.
Yeah.
Very wide tyre, very wide stance.
Yeah, so the reason why I went the 10s is I'm moving down to southwest WA, a lot of the tracks you end up sliding into the banks, and just to save panel damage, the tyre hits first, and you can actually just ride along the bank, and it'll pull you up.
So you use the side bars to
Yeah.
claw up the ruts and things.
Yeah. And also going the wider rim, so most of your tracks are a standard size, but these actually like wedge themselves into the rut, and then just plenty more traction too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting concept.
Yeah.
Suspension?
So I'm running the Old Man Emu 2-inch lift. Had it for 5 years now.
So you're 2 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-inch lift. Yeah. And they've done 160,000 k's now. Pretty much due for a new set, I think.
So for other 70 owners, and myself included, how do you clear tyres in the front at 2 inches? Because I might be going down to 2 inches.
Well, with that, don't be scared to use a grinder.
Oh.
I mean, don't go, make sure where you're cutting isn't going into like full into the body or something. You want to just chop away.
You're talking about the splash guards and stuff.
Yeah, and there's another bit of metal in there. You can take that out and and a hammer.
At your own discretion. Yeah. Back on suspension, so you have Old Man Emu 2-inch.
Yeah.
Isn't the back a bit higher?
Yeah, so I went to the parabolic springs. I found it did sag a little bit with just the 3-spring pack, so I've had to get the extended shackles for the rear, yeah. Just to
and how are you finding your parabolics compared to before?
Oh man, the flex is so much better, and the ride I find it's a little bit more bouncy, but when you're going slow it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, and just a nitpicker at all the people saying who told me not to go parabolics. Have you ever been stuck because of your parabolics?
No.
Yeah.
No. And it's one of those things where I'm annoyed at myself because people said, don't go parabolics. And I was like, I'm going to try these parabolics.
Well, you saw my parabolics.
Yeah, well, that's the main reason.
Then you got parabolics and Torben got parabolics.
Yeah, we all got parabolics now.
And they're all different brands as well, so I don't think that we all got sponsored by a parabolic brand. I'll pay cash for mine. Mine is second hand.
Yeah, I bought those too, yeah. So
yeah. What brand are yours?
I think it's the West Australia Springs in Perth.
Oh, West Australia.
West Australia.
Yeah. The engine bay now, and there's not much going on here from stock, so we'll keep this really brief. But look, the first thing I want to ask you about is there an aftermarket filter?
No. I used to run the K&N, but I find if you don't have your cleaner and your oil with you, if it gets dirty,
it's hard to clean, yeah.
Yeah, and you can definitely feel it gets a bit sluggish. So I find with the stock filters, it breathes a lot better.
Okay.
Even if it's got dust in there.
And you can get them anywhere in the country pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. There's something that's not stock here. Your water-cooled alternator.
Yeah, that's been...
So what I just want to point out, I'll let you talk about it, but what I just want to point out to people is what makes a strong statement is, so you only spend money on what you have to.
Yeah.
You have a water-cooled alternator in here, or it's a water-cooled alternator, but it's a 100% sealed alternator because I'll let you take it.
Yeah, I've been through a few alternators. It's not the greatest of feeling when that light comes on the dash and we're still like 1,000 k's from home.
Yep.
So that was definitely a must put in there, and it's just so much more comfortable now.
And being a modern engine, the CPU needs the power.
Yeah, as we tried on Torben's.
Yeah. If it's it's not like an old donk where you can just run it anyway, just got to start it.
Yeah.
Okay, look, you got 2 diff breathers here.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, eh?
Yeah, no, it's didn't need to tune or anything, yeah.
You do have a bit of a mess of wiring there, so let's just address that because it will be commented about.
Yeah, that's
something you're gonna sort out.
I will sort it out, yeah. Just spend time and money, I think.
Yeah.
But everything's got fuses, which is the key, I think. So if something does happen, at least the fuses blow.
At the rear of the vehicle now, and Wayne appears to have grown. I've shortened myself here.
About time.
Yeah. Photoshop. 2 space cases in the back. You got your tyres there. Before we get to your space case, 2 tyres in the back.
Yeah, 2 spares. I used to only run 1, but I find with these bigger trips, definitely 2.
You ask Wayne about tyres. Your first bit of advice is to carry 2.
Carry 2, definitely. But if you're in a big group where you all got the same tyre, then you know you can get away with just carrying one. But it's
Very
always
true.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But always carry two.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Because in that Kimberley trip,
Yeah.
you did too.
2 tyres, yeah.
Within a week.
Anyway.
And we gave him so much crap because they're Kevlar. And he'd never done a tyre before. He staked one of mine too in my car.
Hey, there was a snake.
No, it was a stake. All right, space cases in the back. What do we keep in them?
So on this side we've got 2 tubs with all the cooking gear, like your pots and pans and cutlery and all the rest, spices. We've got the gas bottle. I've got the Coleman cooker. Got about 6 or 7 bottles of water in there as well. And everything's pretty tightly packed because the tracks are so bouncy, so it's good to pack it in tight, you know.
Mm. And you've had these boxes since the start of your build.
Yeah,
when this was just a bucky. One other word for ute.
Yeah. I mean, for 4 years I pretty much just had the flat tray and these.
Mm. Well, I do find that when you change your setup and you change your boxes, you got to repack everything.
Yeah.
Like the whole dynamics of how you think, you got to change.
Yeah.
So you've stuck to the same because you know how to pack it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Okay, so nothing's changed over those 4 years.
Yeah.
Of how you pack it.
Yep.
All right, so guys, take note of everything you've seen because it obviously works.
Yeah. And a good thing is when you're packing these is go through with your missus or whoever you're travelling with, just to know everything's packed and how it all goes.
That's a good point. Other side.
So we've got the chairs, sleeping bag, clothes, toiletries, just the essentials.
Saw your camping gear.
Yeah, pretty much on that one. And these are really actually pretty dust proof and waterproof too, which has been...
I can vouch for that too because I have used one of these before and I'll use the green ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these a Pelican or Rhinos?
Pelican, yeah.
Well, they'll definitely be better than the Rhinos then.
I think so,
with
yeah.
the seal and that. And you have a void in the middle here.
Yeah, so that's for the fresh water, the 20 litres when you go on the big trips.
And
that can
fuel?
go in there. Yeah, if we do need fuel, that can go in there as well. Bit of firewood, rubbish.
Yeah.
Rubbish is a big one.
Yeah, you normally carry the rubbish for the group. Yeah.
Yeah.
High lift jack up here.
Yep. High lift, another essential.
And then let's, I guess before we get to the tent and the awning, let's look at this box that you built. Do you call this a box or a canopy?
I say a box.
I'll say a small canopy.
Righto.
I know this fridge.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's where it went.
Just on a budget, you know. And you don't need it.
Yeah. He's borrowing my fridge at the moment.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull it out.
Yeah, so we've got the MSA drop slide.
60 litre fridge. Now I know more about this fridge than you do.
I reckon.
You know I had this fridge underwater up to here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, now he tells me.
You're borrowing it, mate. All right. I can see why you got a drop slide because that's pretty high there.
Yeah.
Oh, and you even cleared up there. That's pretty clever. All right, I can see our breakfast. Another fridge.
Another fridge, 40 litre.
Not on a drop side.
Nah, no.
Yeah. Which is kind of funny because it's up higher and it's a tall Ingle fridge.
I normally have a little step thing, fold out step, but it seems like I'm missing.
Yeah. All right, so now you can explain to our audience.
Yeah.
You have, this is your normal fridge, right?
Yeah.
And on a big trip, you use the ARB 60 litre as a freezer with cryovac meat.
Yep. So we do all our meals before we go. Definitely keep that one as a freezer because you're going for 20 days. You definitely want more frozen food. And then you can chuck it in here to thaw out or in the cab.
You do like your passes and
yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How do you thaw them out? You just chuck them in this fridge, like, is that what you just said?
Yeah, either in there or keep it inside in the front, just on the floor.
Because I've seen it on your floor before in the car.
Like what the?
Recovery gear.
Yeah, it's got snatchy and winch extensions. Got the old famous jerry can there.
Is that the?
Yeah, that's where I keep my jacks.
Oh yeah, the Pilbara one.
Yeah,
We'll cut to that scene there.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pretend this is the first time I see it again. This is so friggin' amazing. All right, check this out, guys.
That is so good.
Oh man.
So good.
That's freaking amazing.
Did you make that?
Yeah. We bought, we went on Gumtree and we found a jerry can for $10. It was in Trindle. The woman goes, oh, this jerry can has been around Australia with us.
Been to Cape
And I
York.
was like,
Oh, you just gave it the best lease of life. That is the luckiest jerry can on earth. That's a beautiful idea there.
it's pretty cool.
All right, and this drawer here.
Yeah, it's got a few little tools and bearings and all the rest. So it comes out. Pretty tight in there. I got jumper leads, pump and tyre up.
Very handy.
Yeah, it seems to be going rapidly quick when the
Yes.
boys are around.
Yes. Keep breaking things.
Yeah, socket sets,
So,
tyre
yeah.
repair kit.
This is a pretty cool, neat, compacted
Yeah.
tool drawer, I've got to say.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
get everything you need there, pretty much.
Yep.
Have you got the Nipex?
No.
No, you don't have everything then.
Well, Ronnie normally has his, but he forgot his on this trip.
Yeah, we needed them for the Ranger, didn't we?
Oh, and then got the compressor at the top.
Oh, yeah. Ah, you see, you time your tyres with your watch.
Yeah.
How long does it take to go from what PSI to what PSI?
So from 18 to 38 is about 2.5 minutes. So what I do is I just plug it on and I can walk off, just watch my stopwatch.
Do you check them afterwards?
Yeah.
Or you got it down pat?
No, definitely.
He hasn't got it down pat yet.
Just definitely check
No,
it because there might be a flux in something or someone unplugs the compressor.
A bit of dust in here. You do have a vent there.
Yeah, yeah. It does.
But you're not too worried about that?
No. I mean, this thing lived in the back of the ute for 4 years through rain, everything still going.
Fair enough. Just to finish off the back here, you have 2 water tanks, Wayne.
Yeah, 40 litres each.
Bloody handy. Thanks, mate.
No problem.
40 litres each.
Yep.
Your standard fuel capacity, you've got 2 90-litre tanks in the single cab cruiser.
Yep.
Did you have to pay for the second tank? GXL?
No.
So
came with it.
GXL comes with 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Workmate, you got to pay for the extra?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. You have auxiliary fuel underneath?
Yep, so I got a 120 litre put in, extra, just for these bigger trips.
A 120 extra, so
yeah.
that brings you... Is that
To
up to
300.
300?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know you had that much.
Didn't you?
No, I thought you had like 250 or something.
Oh, no.
Wow, 300.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So it's just gravity fed. I just turn a tap at the back and just got your breather hoses. Breather hoses are the biggest thing for time.
And might I just add something here? Look, a lot of people do put a pump in there, but if that pump fails, you can't get the fuel out of the tank. So if you are going to put a pump in, I'd say have a manual override so you can still use gravity, so you can get the fuel out. Because if the pump fails,
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
you're stuffed.
Yeah.
We're now going to open up the tent, your camping device on this vehicle.
Yeah.
We'll do the awning as well now, show people.
Yeah, definitely do the whole lot.
All right,
Cool.
go for it.
This is pretty cool. This is I've never had a rooftop before. This has changed my whole perception on these tents.
So would you say that's a 2-man, eh?
Yeah, it's 1350 wide. I think it's 2.3 long. So it's definitely got plenty of room, pockets and.
And you've opened the sides up there.
Yeah. So the breeze comes through.
Oh, I've got a great view of a nice cruiser over there.
I'll close this up then.
Oh, your storage pockets up there.
Yeah.
Do you use those?
We put like the sleeping bag covers in there, but apart from
Okay.
that,
Oh, so you leave your sleeping bag up here when you shut it.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a little power point, you can run lights and you can charge your phone in here too. Which is,
Yeah.
another little bonus.
I have to say I am slightly jealous. This is a pretty cool rooftop actually.
It's really cool.
Pretty quick to set up too.
I think that's the main thing, just quick. Hello.
Talk about the awning before.
Nah, I was like, get out, mate. It's always good to bring tall friends with you, because I'm not the tallest of people.
I haven't seen this out yet.
Oh, pretty cool. So it's pretty windy today, but
Do you need me yet?
just for that centre pole there. Will be
Oh,
good?
this one here?
Yep.
You can't reach that.
Go on, rub it in.
I was on my toes, to be fair. Alright, so question. Your ladder's here. You can't get into your tent now.
Yeah, so I can take this off and move it around to the side. And there's another access there.
Oh, you can access from the side?
Yeah, yeah.
Where?
So just pull that off.
Ah,
This ladder
Yeah,
comes
okay.
off here.
that's cool.
Yeah, just get it in the hole.
Alright. You normally access from that one?
Yeah, to open it up, you gotta go from that side. But anyway, you
okay.
can go wherever you want, really. It's
Right.
pretty cool.
Interior time?
Yeah.
Oh, g'day, Brett.
Oh, g'day.
Alright, nice steel door of the cruiser. Hey, is this something you've added in?
No, that comes stuck with it.
What, the tub?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, I know a lot about single cab Landcruisers, don't I? Really? Okay, well, I haven't seen one in Torben's car. You got the same cup holder that I've got?
Yeah.
A Dingo 4x4 one?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Because you only get one cup holder with these.
Your UHF radio, which is here.
Yep.
And you grab it from there. Do you find that interferes with your...
No, it's actually now you mention it's probably going to get in my way now.
Alright, so this one here,
Yeah.
I find when you speak on this one, it is so low in volume, like...
Yeah, I think it's just this hole here. I don't know if it needs to be bigger.
Mm.
Because your brother-in-law was actually at the same one, and he was really quiet too
Yeah,
on that trip.
so beware of these GME
3100.
3100 with probably the bottom end of entry level with the mics.
It's a 3500, sorry.
That's a 3500, yeah. Okay. Because look, his volume is really low on the two-way, and the thing is, why it's bad? Well, why don't you just turn the radio up? Well, I do, and then I get Torben talking on there, and it's like my ears are blowing off because I have to turn it up to hear him. But yeah,
Yeah.
almost want to buy a new radio. It's so annoying.
I wonder if I could just drill the hole bigger.
Just try. Fails, you got to buy a new one.
Yeah.
Diff lock, which is factory.
Yep.
We love those, don't we?
Oh, I mean, it gets used quite a bit.
Yep. Hey, what's this switch for?
That's for the light bar.
Phone cradle. Where's your nav?
At home.
And what do you normally use?
This the VMS 600.
How do you rate that?
Not bad. It was the first one that came out. Yeah, it's pretty good. You've got to keep them updated though, because they do seem to slow down a bit. And
I do find that with the VMS it has some tracks that the HEMA doesn't, but I find the HEMA has way more tracks and the maps are better.
yeah,
But yeah.
I think there's a few more options with the HEMA.
Mm.
I think, yeah.
But you do have the first one,
Yeah,
so it's an unfair comparison.
yeah.
I'm comparing
true.
to the latest.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it in the interior. I'll get this. You got your LED light in the back there. You just flick that on for us.
Let's go over the door.
That is super bright at night. It's like whoa.
It actually lights up in front of the car as well.
That's his camping light.
Yeah, I just needed a quick thing to put in, because that little bulb just doesn't do the job.
Seat covers. Just check those out. Seat covers, new ones.
Yeah, it's just by Superfit. They're a really good fit, nice and tight. Canvas. I jump in here after being at the beach, just drenched and nothing gets through.
Okay, so they're like kind of water.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Cool.
And for my line of work, they're really good. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Well, that was a bit of a walk around your bucky finally.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hey, we never cover your exhaust.
Just the 3-inch mantra to watch the bees.
Oh, yeah, crap.
A few bees out today.
buzzing around. All right, I used to ask the question, what are the 3 things you recommend someone to do to this type of vehicle? I'm not going to ask that. I'm going to ask you, what are your 3 top favourite mods to this vehicle?
I'd say bar work, suspension, and the tyres.
Bar work, suspension, tyres.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you the old question then. What do you recommend someone to do to the vehicle first when I get it?
Bar work and tyres.
Suspension?
Yeah, I mean...
What's the 3rd thing then?
Then it'll be suspension, yeah.
Okay. So your favourites are the same. What do you recommend someone to do at the start?
Just because the driving that I do, there's a lot of rock hills and real technical sort of stuff. So that's pretty much all you need, really.
What did you have before this Cruiser? A lot of people probably want to know that.
The 07 Hilux, 3-litre turbo diesel. It was a great car, but just with my work, with the carpentry, my trailer was getting pretty heavy. And I found I was just struggling a little bit. I think the gearbox is about to fall out. So for tax reasons and that, the Cruiser's really good.
With this Cruiser, why did you choose a single cab and not a dual cab? Or was the dual cab not out when you chose this?
No, the dual cab just came out. But I do a lot of mountain biking and I had dirt bikes back then as well. So having the tray was just perfect to just wheel them straight on.
I'm at a bee trying to get my beer.
Look at them go.
Oh man. You got a stubby holder lid? Alright, we have to take precautions here. There are bees everywhere. There we go.
Alright, bro.
Top 3 trips. We've done a lot of trips like together. What would be your top 3 trips?
Top 3.
Starting from the 3rd, moving your way up.
I said the Kennedy range was pretty cool. But I love my rock and mud driving, so Harvey would be my 2nd and then Keurig would be my 1st.
Oh wow.
Which hasn't been released yet.
Yeah. Oh yes, that video, yes.
Yeah, that was my highlight.
Waiting for the Kimberley to finish?
Actually, there's got to be a 4th in there.
Well, that'll be the Kimberley.
No, the Bornholm Beach on my birthday, late at night, trying to get up that dune.
Okay, so
that was pretty cool.
I'm surprised you picked those. So to me, clearly you like the tougher tracks.
Yeah.
And the challenges.
Yeah.
And the getting stuck somewhere and it's dark and getting out and.
Yeah. I mean that's just.
That is pretty fun though.
That's pretty fun, yeah. I love the touring, getting seeing different country, but I do love the technical driving.
Okay. That's very interesting actually. Things you've broken or worn out on this Cruiser, including your winch.
Surprisingly, there's not a lot, like for the driving I do. Once I was going for Rock Hill and I started sliding to the side and I just had to put that front locker in, and just because the wheels are turning pretty quick, it just smashed all the internals of the freewheeling hub. But it still worked. They only found it when I went for the service and they went to do my bearings and the whole inside of the freewheeling hub just fell apart. It was like 10 pieces.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, you need one of those. Done the rear tail shaft. On Goat Road.
I did my tail shaft on that one too.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rock step. Just didn't even think about the tail shaft when you're doing that sort of thing, The clutch, which, the car's done nearly 180,000, so about time I got a new clutch in it.
You're doing a lot of towing?
Yeah, a lot of towing. And just with the forward driving, the soft sand and that, I think definitely.
Anything else? Apart from the alternators? Alternators.
Once a branch got stuck between the breather cable and pulled it out. And I should have checked it, but I thought everything was okay. Went to use my locker one day, it just wouldn't work. So when we took the cover plate off, all this water and mud just came streaming out. And I was like, oh, great.
I know your car's heavier now.
Yeah.
And I know it's affecting you a little bit.
It is,
because you always used to be the guy lifting the back wheels.
Yeah.
And you always used to see us get these massive wheel lifts and stuff. But you're starting to get those now.
Yeah, definitely. It's something hasn't happened to me for a while.
And it was a sand dune the other night. You kind of stuck a little bit on.
That definitely bounced the back. So the front end just had no traction at all. So that was another learning curve. That's another tip, is when you add all this weight, definitely knowing what your vehicle can do.
Your driving changes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, gearing, tire pressures.
And you
how
can't rely on people with a lighter vehicle giving you the line, unless they understand your vehicle.
Yeah, even pressure. Like you can't. Yeah, definitely have to change all that. So.
What's your next mod?
I'm actually doing an alley welding course pretty soon because I want to change everything to aluminium, which Ronnie told me the other night how much weight I could be saving, which is, it's quite shocking how much
Quite
weight.
substantial.
Yeah, it's a lot, like more than half.
2 mil steel's about close to 40 kilos per square metre.
Yeah.
Alley's 27 kilos for 3 mil.
Yeah, it's...
And marine ply, 12 mil, is about 17 kilos per square metre.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'll be taking all the plastic tubs off, going to alley, doing all drawers, full kitchen setup. So that'll be a few months' time.
About 30% lighter on your box.
Yeah, and definitely with the tent on top, I'm getting a lot more body roll. So I'm gonna try to work out about dropping the tent down, just even 100, 150 mil.
Up to the height of your tyres.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna make a huge difference too.
Well, finally got the bucky on, eh?
Yeah, man, it's been a while. No, thanks
bucky.
everyone for your patience.
Where's the subscribe button going to be?
Here,
Patreon button?
above your head somewhere.
And what video down in the corner?
Ooh, cure up.
All right. It'll be there when it's processed, otherwise it'll be something else until then. Cheers for watching, guys.
Thanks, sir.
See ya.